Mitch, how do you see that final sequence there in overtime?
Yeah, big save by Stolarz there. I didn't really see what happened after. Just kick out Willie going down the ice, and we talked that Brando was going to change. I was going to jump over and play D in that 3-on-3. So luckily jumped over. Willie made a great play, a little curl up, and was able to have some time to go downhill and pick my spot.
You held the Habs to such a low number, and probably season will haven't looked up yet. But with 5D only tonight, what does that say about the effort you guys were able to put forward?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I think we really stayed patient with our game tonight. I think when we really needed them, they were unreal for us. Some big key blocks, some big key stick plays. But yeah, as a group, we just, I think, committed to playing defense first tonight, and that's something that you're happy to see.
You officially lock up home ice for round 1 at the very least. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's great. You want to be home as much as you can for the playoffs. So it'll be great. It's always exciting in this bar when playoffs come around.
I think you maybe got a couple shifts on D tonight. Like, what was the feel like when you were back out there in that spot?
Yeah, I like it back there. I mean, I think I expressed it to you guys last year. I don't feel lost or uncomfortable back there. I try to just not make it difficult on myself. Just try to make easy, quick plays. So yeah, I enjoy it back there when I get the chance to play D. To be honest.
Is that something Craig talked to you about this morning, yesterday? Did it just happen in the flow of the game? Like, when did he talk to you about it?
We talked about it yesterday on the ice after practice. Just saying that he's going to use me a little bit on the back end tomorrow. Seeing how the minutes go for some of our D-men, and obviously the back-to-back coming. So I said, yeah, that's fine with me. I mean, like we just talked about last year, I got some serious periods back there when I was playing D. So that's something I'm comfortable with, and I kind of like it back there, to be honest.
Hey, Mitch, you had the 2 power play chances earlier in the game, both ends of the ice. I think, are those in the back of your mind at all in overtime, or are those things forgotten as soon as they happen?
No, I mean, I try to forget it as soon as it happens. I mean, you can't go back and try to change things. So, it's in the past. Can't do anything about it. Just try to be in the moment and try to help your team win games.
There's a bit of a knuckler on that open net.
Yeah, just a little out of my reach. I maybe should have. It's one of those moments where you try to just get it on and off the stick as quick as you can, and don't get all of it, or kind of hit it off the toe and it kind of goes to the far side. And as soon as I hit it, I knew it had to hit something to go on the net, to be honest. So I knew it was probably missing as soon as I touched it.
Did out about the performance tonight with 5D, holding them off the board?
Yeah, I think just our commitment to a 200-foot game. I mean, obviously 5D guys are going out there, pretty frequently. So I think they did a really good job of managing our shifts, and a lot of credit to our forwards who kind of made the defensemen's jobs a lot easier. We got pucks out. Very rarely did they have us in our zone, so that kind of allowed the D to kind of roll through 5 guys. And when needed, obviously, we saw Mitchie back there.
You were remarkably quiet through 2 periods, only facing 8 shots. Is that the way you expected the game to go, coming in with only 5D?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's something that you have to adapt to. Something that, as a goalie, it happens. Some nights through 2 periods, you might have 30, you might have 8. So it's kind of on you to stay focused and stay ready. So that's why I'm always engaged, just trying to talk to the defenseman and play the puck as much as I can, just so I can stay engaged in the game.
What did you make of Mitch taking a couple shifts as a defenseman?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he plays 5-on-4 for us on the power play at the top there, so he has he's got a little bit of experience there dealing with odd man rushes and guys coming at him. So I thought he did a phenomenal job just to be able to kind of spell those guys and allow someone to take a breather. I know all 5 guys worked their tails off tonight and sacrificed a lot. I mean, we had a lot of block shots in front that kind of helped make my job easier. So we appreciate Mitchie doing that for us.
Suzuki's so dangerous. What are you thinking when he's coming on you in overtime there in person? Can it be like that?
Yeah, just make the save, try to match his speed, and just try to follow him. Don't make the first move. So
do you anticipate his move?
No, you just kind of like read it. Just I saw him kind of pull just backhand, go forehand, and just trying to make my legs as long as possible, and hope that he doesn't get it up.
What makes Marner tough in those situations, 1-on-1 with the goalie there?
Just his poise and his patience. He's got a kind of a tricky little release. He doesn't have the hardest shot in the world, but it's extremely accurate. So for him to walk in like that and pick a corner in a big spot for us, that's huge.
Can you recall another time where you've been on a team where a forward's had to go back and play some D in front of you?
Probably not since I was probably in the American League.
Yeah.
The old 3-and-3s where you're on the road and you can't really call anyone up. So it's probably been a few years.
Yeah.
What was that like, starting a game 5D, getting through it without giving up a goal?
It was good. I think the group has done a good job as a whole, just embracing the challenges that we faced, and that was something that was going on tonight. The forwards did a great job, playing in behind them, creating and allowing us to get our changes at the same time. That was huge. So it was definitely a team effort.
What was it like looking to your side and seeing Marner out there for a couple shifts on D?
Yeah, kind of reminded me when I was younger, being on the ice for a penalty kill with a lot of the top guys on the ice. So I almost felt out of place being out there with Marner, Willie, who have A-Mats, and maybe JT or something at some point. So no, it's a fun, and I enjoyed the opportunity to be able to play on the left side a little bit, and felt like we did pretty good.
He said he got the heads up yesterday. Did you have any conversations with him just in case you guys were going to be partners for a bit? Or?
No, not really. Not until we were out on the ice, and then we were just asking each other questions a little bit, and yeah, nothing too. You don't want to overthink it, I guess you could say. He knows that I'll be the one to kind of stay behind and do the defensive side, and having four guys as lethal as the players that we have on the ice can create a lot of anxiety for the other team. So they were probably interested in what to do as well.
What's it like on the bench? Like, there's 5 defensemen to start, so there's gonna be mixing and matching. Like, what's it like on the bench in a game like this?
Yeah, feels like you got a little bit more space to sit, but other than that, no, just good communication. You got to be ready to go right back out for the next shift, so you're trying not to overexert yourself or get stuck out there for too long. That creates a lot of just problems as you go throughout the game if you get too tired within a shift and have to get skipped or whatnot. So I think we did a good job changing at the right times and going from there.
Coach was saying last week that you liked the way you guys were staying tight late in games, not getting sort of out of your plan and just finding ways to bring it home. Is this another example of that mindset working in your favor?
Yeah, for sure. I think, like I said earlier, as a whole, I felt like we were good defensively. The forwards did a great job coming back into the D zone, creating, not letting them create much throughout the middle of the ice. That's important. And then from there, with the goaltending that we had behind us, pretty incredible, both guys. So keeping shots to the outside as much as possible, and we should find success that way.
You've been in 100 big games against Montreal in 2 different uniforms. How did tonight stack up, and how much did playoff intensity add to the emotions?
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. At one point I was looking around, just taking in the experience, recognizing how cool it is to be in a Canadian market, playing against Montreal. It was special, you can kind of feel the energy in the rink. You see a lot of jerseys on both sides just for it being a Canadian city, and I loved it, to be honest. I'm really glad that I took that moment to embrace it.
You guys lock up home ice in round 1. In your experience, how much does that matter?
I think it's a great thing. When you're playing at home, you have a good opportunity, especially going into, the later games of the rounds. But overall, I think you have to have the same mindset regardless, that each game matters. It's not really where it's played. So just taking it one game at a time and focusing on the process rather than the outcome.
About the performance tonight, what you guys were able to do with 5D, shutting out a
No, it's
desperate
unbelievable.
team.
I mean, you got to give all 5 of those guys a huge pat in the back, and obviously Stolarz as well. I mean, we're unbelievable tonight.
A lot of what the forwards are doing too, Max, and helping on the D zone. I mean,
Yeah.
15 shots on goal is.
Yeah, I think we knew what we had to do going into that game. That's a heck of a hockey club. They got a lot of weapons, well coached, and they can generate if you give them time and space. So we knew what we had to do, and came up with a pretty good game plan. We executed it.
What'd you make of Mitch taking a couple shifts back there? Did he ever do that in London? Do you remember?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, he could do everything, so it doesn't surprise me one bit, but he's unreal.
How did the tilt with Gooley go down? Was that something you asked for, based on how he was playing?
No, honestly, man, it's one of those things. It's part of the game, and always will be. When one of your players gets hit like that in the open ice, I mean, you're on the bench and you see that. You don't like to see it. It's obviously part of the game, but especially a guy like Johnny, I mean, it's a team sport, and to be a good teammate, you got to step in like that. So a little bit of miscue on my part in terms of, obviously, you don't want to take the extra 2. That's why I kind of waited as long as I did. But I guess the rule, I was talking to the boys out there, the 2 reps out there, and they said that you got to actually make a play, like a hockey play, and then you can fight. So I didn't know that, to be honest, but now I know.
You guys lock up home ice advantage in the first round at least. What does that mean to be starting here?
Oh, it's huge. I think any time you can lock up that, it's massive, especially going into whoever we're going to play. It's going to be a heck of a battle in the first round. So hopefully our fans are ready to go because we will be for sure.
What do you think on that partial breakaway when you were kind of bouncing that puck and trying to?
Oh man, I'd like to think my hands are better than that, but if I'm being totally honest, not making excuses though, it just kind of bounced last second. It's almost similar to that play in Tampa when I went to Robbie in the backhand. It's kind of exactly what I was trying to do, but it just exploded on me, and I'm sure everyone got a good laugh out of that one. But I should probably shoot that one, throw one, right? But no, huge win, massive win.
What do you like about what your team was able to do tonight?
Yeah, we talked about just playing real good defense tonight and tight. I thought our team did that, helped our D out. You know, I thought that we didn't spend much time in our our D zone. You know, nothing off the rush. You know, just the forwards did a real good job of getting above people tonight, and our D were really good, I thought.
Weird circumstances like this where you're forced to play down a man, down a D man, be beneficial because it forces everyone to remind them that you got to make sure.
Well, I think that you know, we talked about it from the morning on about how we needed to play this game tonight and protect our defense, and you know, not have extended zone time, which we had a couple shifts, and because you know, it just tires our D out and only have 5 of them. So they did a good job. Yeah, it was. I mean, I think there was definitely an awareness to be above people tonight and check.
What did you think of the couple shifts Mitch got on D, and what makes him able to handle that?
Yeah, he was fine. I mean, not a lot happened with it, but he was on D in overtime too. But I mean, like I said, he's a smart player. I mean, he knows how to play the position and understands the game extremely well. So he was fine.
I'd like to have the knowledge now that you've clinched at least home ice for the first round, for at least the first round.
What about it?
Well, now that you've clinched that, it's like to going forward now that you have that in your back of your mind, if you will, as this regular season ends. That knowledge of that.
Well, no, it's great. I think, you know, it's a great job by our guys, and I think it's important to have home ice. And, you know, but you know, we're not done yet. We got games yet, so we got to focus on the next game. But it's a great job by our guys.
Stolarz seems really locked in. Just
Yeah.
keeps winning games. I know he wasn't tested a lot, but
Very,
stood out
very
as-
good composure. You know, with his structure and tracking pucks and things like that, playing the puck. So he's got really good composure right now, in my opinion.
Will any of the injured guys be able to travel with you tonight, or McCabe, Camp, OEL?
No. Probably, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Mervis will play tomorrow.
Pat Maroon played his last game tonight. I'm just curious.
Who's that?
Pat Maroon. He played
Yeah.
his final NHL game. What will you remember about his career at coaching?
Yeah, Patty's a winner. He's a winner. And he's a great teammate. You know, I text him, and that's the 2 things I told him. And I don't think there's a bigger compliment than those 2 things, personally, as a hockey player. And he is what he is as a player. You know, there's times he scored goals in this league, and he did a lot of different things as a player. But he's a well-rounded guy where he accepts his role and does it. And like I said, he's a hell of a teammate. He's a great locker room guy, and understands the game and does a lot of different things out there. You know, like he'll do what Max Domi did tonight. That's stuff he does. He takes care of his teammates, and I love coaching him. I coached him as a young kid in Philly when he came in the league, and then got an opportunity to coach him again in St. Louis, and he's a big part of our team winning.
Just how rare is it for a role player like that to go out on his own terms?
It is rare, but when you win as much as he did, you get opportunities to play longer, because like I said, he's a great locker room guy, great teammate, and he wins. So you want to bring people like that in your organization because they're good for the organization, you know, and I think that's why, you know, his career extended, maybe longer than he thought. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a general manager, so I'm not out signing people, but, you know, I think that's a big part of it, for sure.